Es nachtet sehr. Ah, okay, gut. Was ist das hier? Eine Eisenbahn.
What in tarnation? What's all this crap in the road? Oh, they don't pay me enough for this. Buford, get up here and help me.
We should hurry. I don't think we'll have long.
Looks like it's full of apples. No indication of what's inside. Just a bunch of uniforms. I think this one is rifle ammunition. Let's get this out of here. Spare linens. Nothing we need. Nadine, help me unload this. The fort's soldiers are definitely well lubricated. Help me with this, would you, Nadine?
Nahrungsmittel. Das ist die Kiste
We
frei.
haven't much time left.
Ja, doch.
Jackpot. Here's some dynamite. And a good cache of firearms. These should serve the Otham well. There's also
Oh, das
a
ist
letter.
safe.
What does it say?
It's a manifest. Hang on. Here's the combination for that safe.
Whatever you do, be quick.
A good cache of fire.
We've taken too...
Nein.
I want to check the safe before we go. I'll be damned.
What is it?
Bars of Aurum. Lots of them.
Odd. Why deliver these to the fort?
Good question. Too bad they're marked. We could have had a nice payday. Hey, did you see these crates over here?
What about them?
They're all marked Rosewater.
Isn't this delivery coming from Rosewater?
Yeah, that's very odd. Right, let's get out of here.
You have come back to us. Did you obtain what you needed?
Yes, with this dynamite, getting into the lab will be quite easy.
Then I am glad the raid proved fruitful.
Chief Lutzi, I am curious. Now that you can arm your people, what is your plan?
I can certainly understand your curiosity, General Marquez.
You know me?
We are close enough to the new Spanish border to keep informed of current events. To answer your question, we will defend ourselves. Peace has not worked against those who wish to harm us, so we must answer them with force.
You strike me as a wise and capable leader, but allow me to offer one piece of advice. Do not underestimate your enemy. Nothing angers a tyrant like a show of resistance.
I appreciate it, General, but I believe we will overcome.
I truly hope you do.
We found something else. A safe filled with Aurum bars.
And you did not take any?
They were all marked. Traceable. We'd have no use for them.
Caramba. It is always something, isn't it?
The last thing we need is the royals on us for stealing their Aurum.
The Royal Police? Nah, out here they'd send in the army. Or God forbid, the Blackburns.
The Union Busters?
Unions, heads, you name it.
The big question is, why send Aurum to the fort?
An intriguing line of inquiry, but I ain't sure the fort's dealings should concern us.
Perhaps not. But I am curious as well. Something unusual is happening here. Stokes was all too happy to aid our cause before my exile. Now he acts like a stranger. It cannot be a coincidence. I am going to charge my Lieutenant General with finding out more about these shipments.
Chasing more wagons full of Aurum?
Something like that. It is clear there will be no more aid from Stokes now, and I still have an army to outfit. Perhaps we will find something we can actually keep.
If money's what you're after, maybe you'd entertain the notion of joining our posse. That goes for you too, Miss Redbird.
What are you talking about?
I'll explain everything on the way back to the lab. Danny, you stay here and help unload the supplies. You can give Nadine the lowdown. Come meet us at the lab when you're done.
Will do.
I am sending one of our hunters to return Mulberry to the fort. He can show you the way back.
Much appreciated. Right, let's get a move on. You coming with us, Miss Leger?
And missing all the fireworks when you finally set them off? I think not. And can it with the Miss Leger bunk? It's Harley.
Duly noted. Now let's get going.
Just one more thing before you go, Harley. You said you were a journalist, yes?
That's right.
Do you believe the townspeople would take an interest in our cause?
Some might. I can certainly tell my employer about the treatment you've received.
Please do. I have a statement I would like you to carry back. The Autumn are a peaceful people. We wish to be your good neighbors and friends. But if a Vespuccian soldier or any other person comes with violent intent to harm us, we will do what we must to protect our people.
Got it. Would you be willing to sit for an interview with someone from the post?
Gladly. My words are for all who will listen with open hearts.
I'll make sure your message is received.
Thank you.
Thanks for showing us back, partner. We can take it from here. Well, would you look at that? Didn't think I'd be seeing old Jesse again. I'm keeping this arrowhead as a good luck charm. And who knows, maybe some collector out there'd be interested in acquiring the arrowhead that nearly wiped out Gentleman Jake.
Híjole. Is he always like this?
Mm.
I wonder how things will go for the Autumn now that they have firearms.
Well enough, I hope, provided they don't point them at us.
I shouldn't leave this here.
It's good to see someone who respects their country.
Can we talk?
What's on your mind? 'Cause you know I've been wondering about the Autumn. What do you suppose will happen to them now that they're armed with guns?
I don't know, but at least they have a fighting chance now.
If Stokes attacks and they successfully fend him off, then perhaps he will leave them alone. But it will certainly not happen without bloodshed.
Well, best of luck to him.
Enough jabber. Let's push on. Hey, Phil? Let's talk.
What about?
So how did you wind up here in Vespuccia?
That is a very long story, and I do not wish to relate it now. Perhaps another time?
Fair enough. I have to ask, what went on at the Rosewater Post?
That so-called newspaper editor dared to write that the People's Revolution was over, that we had been crushed by the forces of the Spanish army. Defeated, we will not abandon our cause. I demanded a correction. What did I get instead? A defenestration.
Rough break.
Yes.
Right. Carry on.
Okay.
You're quite certain you know what you're doing?
Just leave everything to me, and stand far, far back.
Tür kaputt.
Impressive work there, Phil.
Gracias.
And an explosion will certainly liven up your article. Eh, Harley?
Auto Savings. Sehr gut.
Fort Beaumont's parade flag looking worse for wear.
Bitte. Dann gehen wir mal rein.
Well, slap my behind and call me Betsy.
Not sure what I was expecting to find, but it wasn't this.
It has been completely ransacked.
Still, there's gotta be some indication of where Clark took his money. Let's take a look around. But watch yourselves. No telling what any of these doohickeys might be capable of.
Doohickeys, Dingsbumse. Das hier ist seltsam. Ist das gleiche?
A wooden mannequin in
okay.
a cage? I have so many questions.
You sure you want 'em answered?
At least Dr. Clark practiced fire safety. Looks like it's connected to the door somehow.
And that wire runs to the console back there.
Won't do us any good if there's nothing power in this place, though.
I can't see through. The window is too grimy.
Geht nicht, okay.
Empty. Not really surprising. I can't make heads nor tails of this chicken scratch. What in the ether is this thing?
I wouldn't get too close.
Looks like some type of cannon, and it's pointing right at the cage. Some kind of console. Seems to connect to a few things.
9207.
Is this some kind of combination or code? Nothing happened. This console isn't getting any power. One of the dials is missing. Just my luck.
Gucken wir, auf was
Not
wir
much left. Some books and a broken device.
This Clark fellow was into some strange things, wasn't he?
I'm starting to understand why he chose to do his work out in the middle of nowhere.
Da kommt man nicht ran, ne?
Looks like a toolbox. What's it doing all the way up there?
Vor allem, was ist da oben? Das ist ja ein Loch.
Way too high for me.
Want me to give you a boost?
Nah, I still couldn't reach. I'll think of something else.
Schießen.
This may have held something interesting once, but now it's just lodging for spiders. Maybe this will help. Then again, maybe not.
Steht aber schon lange still hier alles.
This is where all the cables wind up. No good. There's some power getting through, but it needs more. Guess we won't get to see what's up on the roof.
Just as well. I prefer to keep my feet on the ground.
I can't begin to fathom what these contraptions are for.
Nothing of use to us.
Anything interesting in there?
Not really. Probably why they were left behind.
Can we talk?
What's on your mind?
Might I borrow that arrowhead for a spell?
By all means. Maybe it'll bring you some luck, too.
Any clever ideas to get to that confounded box?
Not too many, I'm afraid.
Hang on, I've got an idea. Why don't you just shoot the box down?
Beg pardon?
Let's put that gunslinging know-how of yours to work.
I may be a showman, but I ain't a performing monkey.
Der
It's
kann
as I
nix.
said about those bottles. I never perform sharpshooting tricks without a crowd.
Crowd be damned. I want to see what's in the box.
You've proven yourself resourceful. I'm sure you can find a more practical way to get to that box that doesn't involve me wasting ammo.
I don't understand. You showed off your prowess with a gun before. Now all I'm hearing are excuses. Why so shifty all of a sudden?
All right, look. The truth is, I've gone a mite rusty. A couple of years ago, I could have done it with my eyes shut, but time ain't been kind to my hands.
So how did you pull off that juggling trick?
Danny's the one that shoots the ball from the wings. You want that box down so bad, ask him to help you when he gets back.
Tja.
This place sure
Hatte
is
ich doch
something,
gesagt.
isn't it?
I admit, I never gave much credence to all that ethericity business, but seeing all them contraptions and appurtenances, let's just say it's given me a new appreciation for Clark's tenacity.
Enough jabber. Let's push on. That's one sharp point. Jake ought to thank his lucky stars it didn't go a few inches lower. Some kind of power meter. Never heard of an ampere before.
Ah, warte mal.
Let's see if this works. That did it.
Aha.
Looks like something chewed through it. No wonder the power's not getting through. This wire's all corroded. That muck's too solidified to wipe off. This wire needs patching up. That won't help. Hey, Phil, let's talk.
What about?
Any idea how to start up the generator?
Cloth can sometimes be used to wrap damaged wires for a temporary repair. As for the dirty one, a solvent like acid or alcohol is good for removing corrosion.
Right. Carry on.
Sehr schöne, dezente Hinweise. Ich habe natürlich die Flagge benutzt, um das sauber zu machen, aber nicht, um das zu isolieren.
There's a thought, but this is way too big. I hope this isn't considered treason. That should do it.
Okay, wir brauchen Alkohol. Den werden wir nicht hier bekommen. Ist hier noch welche? Ne, es sind ja leere Flaschen.
Dr. Clark really liked his sarsaparilla.
Was ist das? Oh, Alkohol.
Dios mío, what is this abomination?
Howdy, folks. Interested in learning about Coltit's miracle elixir?
Of course we are, little lady.
Then step on over here.
I'm sure there's a lesson here about the laws of supply and demand. Some of these bottles are starting to collect dust. Special offer. Limited time only. 1 bottle for 5 crowns. Professor Xander Coltit III. Good medicine for good people.
Ist vielleicht was zum Sauermachen?
Boy, oh boy, I sure wish I was you.
Beg pardon?
Why, today's your lucky day.
Is that right?
Yes, sirree. You're just in time to experience the travesty of Xander Coltit III's miracle elixir.
The what now?
Oh, dang. I mean, the majesty of Xander Coltit III's miracle elixir. My name is Olivia Coltit, and I'm here to answer all your questions about this evolutionary new medication.
Okay.
Are you sure you don't mean revolutionary new medication?
That's what I said. So, do you want to hear about it or not?
Ja, erzähl mal.
Fine, I'll bite. Tell me about this miracle elixir.
Glad you asked. From the maker of the wildly popular Coltit's emulsified soporific comes Coltit's miracle elixir, the finest, most elective tonic in Vespuccia. Guaranteed to treat and cure all illnesses from arthritis to yellow fever. And for a special limited time, we're selling it for the treasonable price of just 5 crowns.
Okay. Wir handeln mal.
5 crowns seems a bit pricey. How about I give you 2 instead?
Sorry, ma'am. Daddy told me not to hackle.
Oh, I'm sure we can agree that rules were made to be broken, young lady. Would you consider 3 crowns? We'll tell everybody we meet to come see you. Then you can charge them a reasonable 6.
Well, okay, deal.
Zwei Kronen gespart.
You wouldn't happen to be related to a kid in Rosewater named Jem, would you?
No, ma'am. Far as I know, I'm a lonely child.
Why are you parked in the middle of the desert when there's a town full of potential customers not 2 miles from here?
Oh, I'm just minding the wagon while my daddy's doing his business at the fort. But he told me to stand out here and detract anybody who might come by.
And has anyone else come by?
Oh, sure. Tons of folk. Only one who didn't stop was a feller on horseback. Too bad, 'cause the guy he was hauling looked like he could have used some elixir.
Say, do you know anything about that lab over there?
No, but I did hear a big boom coming from that way. Was that your doing?
No.
Oh, come on, you could tell me. I'm no tattler.
I said no. Now stop asking.
Fine, jeez.
I think I've heard enough for now. We'll just be going.
It was a real pressure.
Pressure. Ein bisschen die Worte durcheinander. Ja, da kommt. So. Ich nehme mal an.
Whew! That'll put hairs on your chest.
Ah, das Haar auf der Brust wachsen. Ich hätte es mal genauso übersetzt, aber gut.
I'd prefer to keep the cloth dry.
Dann machen wir es so.
Let's put some of this elixir to good use.
Okay, das ist gesund.
Well, I'll be.
Looks like Phil managed to get the door open.
I wonder if they found anything inside.
I'd say so, yes.
We are up and running.
Impressive.
This technology is amazing. What did this Clark fellow intend to do with such power?
I'm beginning to wonder about that myself.
Nice job getting the lights back on.
Get everything squared with the Otham?
I think so.
They're adequately supplied. They should be well off for some time.
Well, I suppose we should see about...
Hello? Is someone in here?
Damn. Looks like we've attracted some attention.
I come in peace. Please, make yourself known.
Guess we don't have much choice.
Hail! Goodness, I wasn't expecting so many of you.
And we weren't expecting anybody at all.
Terrific. Another one of these loons.
You think he's associated with that feller we met outside?
I am Paul Burkhart, emissary of the Luminarians.
The what now?
We are disciples of Dr. Clark, protectors of his artifacts and legacy.
No kidding. So you must know all about him then.
Quite so.
Well, isn't this our lucky day? Can you tell us what you know about him?
If you seek enlightenment, we will be glad to share our wisdom with you. But let us all return to the commune. We must not further defile the sanctity of this place. Come, I am eager to learn about you all.
Ich war.
Welcome to Chrysalis, friends. Feel free to explore, converse with the residents. You'll find we have much to offer. We'll speak again soon.
What an accommodating feller.
This is all very strange. You all might be into this porqueria, but I want no part of it. I am going back to the lab.
Suit yourself. All right, let's see what we can learn about where Clark's stash might be. But let's not overplay our hand, shall we? If anybody asks, our interest is purely academic.
I'm really not a good liar, Mr. Ackerman.
Shoot, nobody's asking you to lie, sugar. Just withhold certain details. We're interested in learning about Clark. That's all there is to it. Come on, Danny. Let's see where our friend's gone off to.
I know lying doesn't come natural to some. For others, it's like breathing. Don't take this amiss, but if you'd like some pointers, sometimes it's good to be able to keep certain things to yourself you don't want everybody and his uncle to know.
Oh. All right.
Make sure you don't break eye contact. Shifty eyes are a telltale sign of dishonest intent.
You seem to have a lot of experience in these matters.
I think sometimes the truth can do more harm than good. A lie can be a kindness.
Is that really what you believe?
If what someone doesn't know can't hurt them, why shatter their peace? Or bring trouble down on somebody else just for principle?
Dishonesty is disrespect. For others, for God, for oneself. For instance, I would never conceal the truth from a patient, no matter how grim the outlook.
Well, I won't argue with that. A body should know what they're up against. I don't lie to hurt people. Sometimes it's just the only way.
That's good to know, I guess. Your advice is appreciated. I'll just see what I can find out on my own.
Okay, jetzt sind wir ganz alleine. Jetzt sind wir ganz alleine.
If the smell's anything to go by, that crate's full of fertilizer. They have an automated irrigation system. Pretty ingenious.
Okay.
Certainly colorful. Seems like they're pretty self-sufficient here. Suppose that's where the animals are kept. Not very intimidating. No wonder the crops are bare. Hey, Danny?
What's going on?
I was wondering if you might help me out with something.
What?
There's a toolbox inside Clark's lab that's out of reach, and I've had no luck getting it down. Think you might put your pistols to the task? I asked Jake to do it, but he said you were the one for the job.
I could do that. Yeah. You want to go right now?
Ja.
Yes, let's head over now.
Sure thing. Just lead the way.
Ah, Phil. There you are.
Had enough of those luminous lunatics too, did you?
Back.
Not
Nack.
entirely. Danny's come to help get that box down. That's it, up there.
Right. You might want to stand over on this side, Phil.
Nice shot.
Thanks, Harley. Happy to help. So, what's inside that box that's so important anyway?
Guess we all get to find out together.
Well, anything good inside?
Not really. Just a wrench and this odd dial thing.
Ja, den brauchen wir.
I hope it was worth the trouble then.
That was good practice, at least. I'm heading back to Chrysalis. See you both later.
Jetzt können wir zur Maschine gehen.
It won't turn any further that way. Phil, you might wanna... Move. Are you all right?
I think so. The cage seems to have absorbed all that energy. Just warn me before you try that again.
So, this console operates equipment by setting the dials in a 4-digit sequence. That means we need to figure out the right code to get the door open.
Okay, haben wir noch was von der... Ja, haben wir. Kann man nicht da drauf schmeißen.
Looks like it's connected to the door somehow.
And that wire runs to the console back there.
February upon Winnie after it one day with warm regards. P.S. How you managed to rig a TT-180 console to control both your equipment and door mechanisms still baffles me. Mine is destined for the scrapyard.
Da ist ein Trick dahinter.
Some kind of console. Seems to connect to a few things. It's the code to activate the ceiling cannon. If only Clark had written down the code for that door. It won't turn any... No good. I guess those dials aren't set up correctly. TT-180. Must be this contraption's model number.
Warte mal. Spät abends, ich will jetzt nicht rechnen. Ich teste gerade was. Ja.
No good. I guess those dials aren't set up correctly.
War ein Versuch wert. Einfach hier die Zahl minus 180 wegen TT. Ja. Aber nee, das war's nicht.
I can't make heads nor tails of this chicken scratch.
Ich glaube,
I will stay in here.
wir brauchen da die Info aus dem Lager. Können wir hier schnell auch auf die Karte zugreifen? Wahrscheinlich nicht. Ja, wir können ja relativ schnell umschalten, aber was ist das hier oben jetzt?
Whatever turning on that generator did, I hope it's not permanent. All right then. Now there's something you don't see every day.
Ach, guck mal, jetzt ist der Wagen weg hier. Wir gucken mal, ob wir irgendwelche Geheimnisse bekommen, von wegen Türöffnung und so.